Hey, what's up? I'm Brett. I'm hanging in Chicago, Illinois with my friend Tim Schroeder at Schroeder Guitar and Amp Repair. We were on our way out of making music and we stumbled into your shop here. Is there something going on? Are you part of making music? Or?
Well, we've been friends for a long time, but we're separate businesses. But we do cross-pollinate, on many different projects and so forth. So.
Sure. What a great thing. I mean, to have this super cool, ultra-hip repair shop kind of planted right next to the music store, tucked away in this cool building. So that's your workbench over here. Let's. And what are you working on right now?
Well, right now I'm doing some fret work. I'm kind of known for my fret work. People send things from all over the country, actually all over the world, and I do fretwork for them, and that's kind of my specialty, I suppose.
Sure. Working on a Fender Refret, I see.
I am. Yeah, this is just a body. It's kind of a fixture, so I don't damage the actual body while I'm working on it. But at this point, I've already planed the fingerboard, and I've cut the slots independently with a small Dremel burr, and I'm going to install the frets now.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So I can't help but notice there's a little amp over here, and there's no name, there's no nothing. There's a couple stickers saying mid, bass, treble, volume, etc. What's up with this? Is it just a shop amp? Or?
Well, actually, this is a prototype of an amplifier that is going to be in production, probably ready to hit the street, so to speak, in the middle of summer. So it was originally designed for a fellow by the name of Nels Kline, who plays for Wilco right now, amongst other things. He has a lot of his own solo projects, too.
Sure, I'm familiar.
This amp was originally built for them. This one is a little bit different than the one that's actually been on the road with them.
Right.
But this is, it's basically a 6L6 40-watt amp. It's really designed for clean headroom. I'm using some different tubes and different ways of implementing circuits and so forth that make it a little bit unique. Everything we do here, I'm a custom builder of guitars, amplifiers. I do some effects as well. I make something called a blister agent. This is a buffer that I'm actually working on right now for effects boards.
And this is, just so everybody knows, this is kind of the early stages, and that's why everything's kind of in this crude format, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, the actual production box will either be suede covered in red or an optional hand lacquered wood cabinet.
How did you get into this?
Well, I actually started when I was a kid. I was always into taking things and making them better, whatever they were. I started playing guitar when I was a teenager and started kind of fiddling with things. I had several instruments that I sold, of course, or 64 Strats and 65.
So now you're just bummed, yeah.
Which was just crap at that time. Now it's like the Holy Grail, but. I was always taking things like that and trying to improve on them, make them better. I always had access to tools. My father was, and I spent a lot of time building wood boats and that kind of stuff with him. He's actually an architect, but doing that kind of thing, working with my hands. So I really just kind of started by farting around and checking things out. I actually opened up my own shop in my parents' basement when I was a kid. From there, I went to a place called the Apprentice Shop, which is in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Yeah, at that point, I actually went out to San Francisco and worked for a guy by the name of Gary Brower, who was doing, the Grateful Dead stuff and Satriani, and he does, kind of all that stuff. So I was very fortunate in that I've always been kind of put in a place in life where I've been able to learn from people who are truly masters.
That's what it's all about, handing it down. So I hear you recently had a show filmed in here. Tell me a little bit about it.
Correct. We just did Design on a Dime here, which is a cable television program. We actually built a guitar table for a person. Apparently the room was, he was a guitar player, he was interested in music, and they had a specific project they wanted my help with, which is a large kind of plexiglass guitar picked shaped table. And inside of it they needed guitar necks kind of fanning out and doing all sorts of different things like that. So I actually built a series of necks for them and kind of helped design the aesthetics and so forth of the table. And
sounds like a fun project. And was it all lit up, camera crews, etc.?
This whole place was covered. It was really ridiculous. It was pretty fun.
You're telling me there's necks coming in from all over for refrets or guitars being sent to you. Where do they find you?
Well, they could find me on the web at schroederguitarrepair.com, or they could just give me a call, which is 312-226-9668.
All All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for spending some time with us. What a cool shop you have. I'm Brett. You're watching PremierGuitar.com.